that's all right. It's me and you. We got a special kind of friendship.
I am not your friend.
Sure you are. Fishing buddy?
Are we fishing buddies?
No, we're not. I am not your friend.
I'm your
Oh.
fiend. You bad fiend.
Oh man, I wish I could do a good impression of Herzog.
I like when Isaac does it. It's really good. So, and his mother was
My
actually
best fiend.
Barbara Billingsley. Yeah. Barbara Billingsley. She's famous from being Invaders from Mars. That's not why she's famous, but okay. I can't tell if you're trying to troll or what. And I got to tell you, the kid, he's a grown man now. I love listening to him talk. And he did an entire 1 hour long, little over 1 hour show with some of the other cast breaking down how this movie was made. And I think it's fucking cool.
You know,
Well, hi, everybody. Hope you're all having a good Saturday.
I was watching that movie yesterday, and in my opinion, the way in which both the narrator and the kid, which are the same person, the way in which they narrate it made me think about Ben Reader. It's they're so similar in narration in style.
Who is
So
Ben Reader? I'm not recalling that name.
Ben,
The Ben that does Keith's show each Thursday.
our Ben.
Oh, our Ben. I'm like thinking of some famous person. No, you're just talking about Ben.
Oh, dude. I will clip that and send him the clip.
Don't you dare.
Please do that. Somebody needs his ass kicked sometimes.
Oh, you're just mad at me because you didn't win an argument.
That wasn't even an argument. That was you going into an unnecessary rant.
It's just
Oh well.
when somebody's calling you through Facebook, you don't know how long it's actually been ringing. You don't always hear it at first. And so I answered my daughter's phone call in the middle of our little learning session for this thing. And I just answered it real quick. And I was going to just tell her, hey, Danny and are preparing for a show. Got to go. I'll call you later. And then she had to tell me, well, not later because I'm going on a date. And I'm like, oh, great. So at the end of that, and then Anima springs on me, don't do that because I don't know that you're talking to somebody. You should tell me. And I'm like, there's no time to tell. There's no time.
There is.
It's like, I just answered. No, there's not. Because in the time I explained to you, I could have missed her call. And then I got to call her.
Well, the important thing here is get ready for more possible future drama with that date.
Yeah, I just think it's an absurd request for me to precognitively know that my daughter is going to call and be able to answer it in time and warn somebody my daughter is calling. I just went, oh shit, click, there it is.
Oh, we called him into existence. Yes.
I should ask you.
Ashen.
So what would a Christmas story sound like if Werner Herzog was the one narrating it?
Chen?
There is no lamp. It's only a leg. It's dismembered woman.
Oh wow, what is going on with your mic? Edit mic settings. Hello? I'm turning you up. Yeah.
Yeah, but very badly. Like you were like 2 or 3.
It's like you have 2 cans connected by a string, and you're like, hello, and the other person on the other end. Is that you, Watson?
Hello? There was no lamp. It was a
There was no
dismembered leg. It was the best Christmas present I ever got.
God damn, that mother freaking lamp was hideous.
By the way, that was a fat lady that posed for that. And because there's so much shrinkage in the casting process. So it started out as a fat lady's thigh, and it ended up looking normal.
Hey, Penny's here too.
Hi, Penny. Hi, Snort. Hi, Slasher Fred. Hi,
One
Sally.
good thing
Who
now.
doesn't like this movie. Hold on. I'm going to go through saying hi to everybody because we haven't done that yet. Gambit is here. And who else? I saw Sally, who does not like this movie.
And the lovely Sherry's here.
Oh, and the lovely Sherry is here. That is correct. And of course, I did say it. I don't know if you heard me. Slasher Fred is here. And what is it she says here? I do quote this movie all the time despite not liking it. Daddy's going to kill Ralphie. But I didn't say fudge. And I like the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, I like it. He says fudge in the movie, but that's not what he said in real life. Are some faves. I hope I got them right. You did.
This movie was how I found out about the word fuck.
Really?
Yep.
I don't remember. I think I was in second grade when I found out about that word. And but first grade, I remember learning a word. And the word was pussy. And an older classmate told me it meant liar.
Oh,
and
Wow.
and my sister Michelle said something that I knew wasn't true, and I said, "That's not true, you pussy." And my mother just walked into the living room, and all she heard was, "You pussy." And she had one of those moments like that TV mom, what? And she went into ballistic mode. And she says, "You go into that bedroom," hers and Dad's room, "and you sit in there and you think about what you said till your dad gets home." And so I sat on that bed going, I called her a liar. Like, what am I in trouble for? Like, was there something else in there? And so my dad gets home. He walks in there and he's got like the weirdest expression on his face. He's like, "Hey, buddy, did something happen while I was gone?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, you want to tell me what happened?" So I told him. Huh? Do you know what that word means? What? That word you used with the P. And I'm like, first of all, I barely know my alphabet. So I'm like, the P word, as like, I called her a liar. And he goes, "No, you called her something else." And I went, "Yeah." And then I repeated myself. And he goes, "Do you know what that word means?" I went, "Yeah, liar." He's like, "No, buddy, it is not liar." I said, "What is it?" He says, It's part of a girl's body, which you now know." Because I took baths with my sister, and I freaked out the first time we did in this big bathtub, and I freaked out because she didn't have a penis, and I was freaking out. Like, did it fall off? Can they fall off? I'm serious. It was very traumatic. And he says, "It's part of their anatomy." I went, "Her butt?" And he goes, "No, it's a little farther forward." I went, I still have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. I went, "Okay." It's part of their body, and it is a word you're not supposed to say. It's rude, and it's considered vulgar. I went, "Okay." And he says, "Are you sorry you said it?" "Well, I'm sorry. The word I said didn't mean liar, and that I'm in trouble." And he laughed, and he's like, "All right, this is what we're gonna do. Do it by the numbers." And so he pulled out his belt, looped it, and then he put it between both hands, pushed in, making the perfect loop
Mhm.
from apart, and he went smack. And I would go, ah, ah, because Dad didn't spank us. Mom thought he did. He never spanked me or my brothers. He would always have us pretend by doing that with a belt, and it worked. Mom was like, "Hope you little sons of bitches learn something from her." Like, yeah, Dad fakes you out all the time.
Naughty.
Girls are the only ones that can fake it. I
You're
remember
a dirty
asking,
bear.
oh, so she held her cat in her lap. I said it would be easier if she'd get the damn cat out of the lab. That's when the fight started. Yeah, it fell out because she lied. I was serious. I was traumatized by that. I remember that to this day. Like powerful moments in my life are photographically snapshotted in my head. And it weirds my siblings out all the time that I remember things from like when they thought I wouldn't remember. And I'm like, oh yeah, and I describe everything to them. In fact, I had to talk to my sisters this week. I didn't want to, but if I want to know something, those who used to like know, or most of them are dead, like my parents. So I only have my siblings to turn to, and so I ended up having long conversations with my sisters last night, two of them, and to find out about this house we used to live in, and man, and they're like the minute detail that I gave them to figure out what I was talking about. Finally, both sisters go, that house. Yes, that's in Decatur, Decatur, Illinois. And I'm like, oh, I remember that house. This is a great house. And so I went and I found the house, and it really isn't as big as I remember. It's really funny. The things you think are gigantic when you're a kid really aren't. And I'm lucky I never endured. Wait, me either. I wasn't spanked like. No, but later on, once I hit a certain age, my dad would whack the shit out of me, like Gibbs slap me on the side of the head or on the back of the head.
Front butt.
But yeah, what the fuck? uh, but yeah, this house we lived in Decatur was like four. It was technically 4 stories, but it was a 2-story house. But it had a basement, full size basement, partially finished, and it had a really nice attic. And whenever we had an attic, my older brothers wanted to live in it, and that's fact. But
So they
I
have
just
bad mentality.
bat mentality, yeah. And but it was in that house that I saw the Gorn episode of Star Trek,
Mm.
and because it was from the second season, that means that was the 68, the final season of Star Trek, and we were seeing a repeat during regular time.
I
That
had
Melinda
that
Dillon,
Migo. I had the Migo of the Gorn. Curiously enough, it came with a Klingon uniform instead of the Gorn. Yeah.
by the way, Gambit in particular, you'll probably like this. This is a wonderful little behind the scenes making of video that features Peter Billingsley and some of the other boys from the show. It's over on Youth Inc. On YouTube. And it's a wonderful little video where they tell the story of the making of this movie. There it is. If you guys want to check that out at some point, it's a nice one. It's only a little over an hour. I think it's hour 4 minutes. And I love the stories, and I love that these guys still are chummy with each other, and they told some great stories that just like ones that I've never heard of before. And I'm like, oh crap, man. And we didn't get to finish it. We only got about a half hour into it before we had to come do this stupid show. But I feel like I learned more watching that little video than I learned from all the other documentaries and reading about this movie.
Popes in the house.
Metallicus,
Dude, jump in the show.
what is going on here? Martin, you told me he died.
No, I said he must probably be dead.
Oh yeah, with that mouth, I'm sure a lot of people want to kill him.
Let me send a. I'm sending him an invite.
All right. So we got
I
Vinkman's
thought
Girl
you
here
were
now.
planning to kill him. That was the story, and now we've spoiled all the fun. Sorry.
Okay,
You were planning to kill him.
I won't send you any more bodies for you to bury. So you're losing that commission.
Oh yeah, great Monty Python joke right there. She turned me into a newt. A newt? I'll go better.
Fun
'Cause he's-
fact: this isn't even this. There are as many Ralphies as there are James Bonds.
Mm. Because a lot of people don't know this, that the immediate follow-up to this movie was called My Summer Story, which is directed by Bob Clark, written by Gene Shepard, and narrated by Gene Shepard again. This time with Charles Grodin as the dad, Mary Steenburgen as mom, and Kieran Culkin as Ralphie. And or as we like to refer to Kieran as the lesser Culkin brother.
Yep. This isn't even the first adaptation from the guy's work. Phantom of the Open Hearth. That was the first one in 1976.
Yep.
Then
I don't think I remember that.
4th of
Yeah,
July.
there are 8 movies in this saga.
Well, My Summer Story is the last partnership between Bob Clark and Gene Shepard. The making of the films were too difficult for Shepard. And they ended up in a lot of conflict. And it led to, in the first movie, A Christmas Story, of him being banned from the set. And really, and I think that the kid actors said it best when they said that it was two passionate people wanting to tell the same story, one to make a hit and the other one to make something truthful. But both wanting the same thing, but for different reasons. And so it led to conflict because Gene was constantly, like when Bob would walk around a corner, he'd run up to Ralphie, Billingsley, and he would say, okay, instead of saying it the way he's wanting you to say it, you need to say it this way. And then Bob would come out with his arms waving in the air, get away from my actors. And it led to him being banned off the set. And it's sad.
Yeah, no. I mean, if I was directing a movie and someone's telling the actors how to direct contrary to what I'm instructing them to, yeah, you need to go.
Yeah, it's the director's job. And but he couldn't seem to let it go because this is a personal story to him. Yeah, the book was a compilation. I'm talking to Gambit now. It was the book was which you brought up the name earlier, and the book is a compilation of short stories based on his real life.
In God We Trust, all others pay cash.
That's the name of the book. Yeah, the collection.
Yeah.
And because he said that the movie is based on the book, I went, no, it's based on the radio show that Gene did, and Gene was on the radio telling these stories, and it led to a funny incident later where this is the problem that Bob had with him. He turned to him and he held a pen. He says, describe this pen, Gene. And he described the pen for almost an hour.
Damn.
And he goes, that is why we can't do the film the way you want us to. And it's amazing. Everybody that got to hear him do this said it was one of the greatest descriptions of a ballpoint pen I've ever heard. History, everything. And I thought this is a funny story because that's why. It's sort of like when I was working with John Del Vecchio. He's a New York Times bestselling author. And he kind of asked me one day, why do you never ask me to work with you on any of your books, on the writing? And I said, one, you're a New York Times bestselling author, and I don't want to bug you. But there's really a better answer. And he goes, why? I said, because it takes you 2 hours to describe 60 minutes.
Nice.
And he laughed. He laughed so hard at that joke.
Hey, Pope. Good
How's it going,
to
guys?
see you, man.
How you doing, buddy? Are you a
Here.
fan of this movie?
Oh God, yes, one of my favorite Christmas movies. Right up there with Die Hard, of course.
Oh, by the way, Ovaltine. It's not Dean, it's Teen. Slasher Fred. Ovaltine is still around. And
Oh, yeah.
when I was a kid, I loved that stick. I would get the chocolate Ovaltine and the malt Ovaltine. And I would make chocolate malts. Or we would put it in milk, stir it until it dissolved, because you had to like shake it. It took a while to dissolve those fucking crystals. And then we would add that to ice cream and put it in a blender, and you had your own vanilla or chocolate malted milkshake. It was something else. I love how they did shoot this a lot there in Cleveland. It has that true Midwestern feel to it. Happy Saturday, Zax. How you doing, buddy?
By the way,
I love these.
I'm behind with the videos, so let's start with Zach's first, if I can find it. Yes.
Hey, fuck you, Kyle.
And of course, never can we forget. What?
I'm a dick. I did that on purpose. To fuck with you. I'm like, I was listening to the cadence of what you were saying, and I'm like, he's gonna click the button now, and I clicked it and fucked you up. Oh my god!
Oh, yeah, real
I
quick,
love the old days. What?
This film had a budget of $3.3 million, and the box office made $19.2, so did relatively well at the time. But I don't think it was until video and it getting repeat things where it really became like a huge phenomenon. It did well, but what it is now is insane compared to what it is when it came out.
By the way, only kids can do this, where they smash their nose into it, because the cartilage is actually soft until you're right around 12, 13. It starts to calcify. And so they're smashing their noses and bending it all over the place. An adult doing that would probably hurt.
Probably. It will definitely hurt.
Well, I know there are freaks out there that like still have smushy noses.
Damn.
Which is just weird to me.
Pope is drinking Predator's blood.
Oh, what is it?
Not just Mountain Dew.
Look at the.
Oh, hey, that's what I'm having.
Here we go.
Except I'm not drinking mine out of the fancy cup. I'm drinking mine out of the bottle. A 2-liter bottle.
I'm classy like that.
And this isn't diet. This is zero sugar, which tastes better.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Coke Zero, zero Mountain Dew, and zero Dr. Pepper. Tastes like the real thing. And I love that. My favorite zero is the vanilla cherry zero Dr. Pepper.
I thought you were going to go with
That's good.
Mitsubishi on that one.
With what?
It's like for your favorite zero. I thought you were going to go with Mitsubishi.
Oh, Mitsubishi. Okay. Okay, for those of you who don't understand, Mitsubishi made the zeros in World War II for the Japanese.
My favorite Dr. Pepper is cream soda. But man, that thing almost made me diabetic.
Okay, just so you know, I just finished off a case of it. Cream soda, Dr. Pepper.
There you go.
And it's the zero sugar Dr. Pepper. I fucking love that stuff. I agree with you. I love that cream soda. I prefer Dr. Pepper's cream soda over A&W. Now, when it comes to root beer, it's either Dad's, Barks, or A&W, because I like all three of those root beers.
A&W's top of the pile for me.
A&W is right up there, followed by Dad's, and then followed by Barks. I think that Christmas Story Christmas is the only true sequel to. It is considered the true sequel because it has the surviving cast in the film. And I like that film. And I'm friends, by the way, with Scott Farkas in real life. And I love that guy. We've had him on a couple times. I love that guy. Zach is a wonderful dude. Nowhere like Scott Farkas. Not Scott, but Scott Farkas. And in the sequel, I feel like I shouldn't say, but he's a good guy. But you don't see him until the end of the damn movie. And he saves the night for Ralphie.
Well,
who's been trying to save Christmas. And
you needed that smacking to become a good person.
that's what he said. He says, you changed my trajectory, man. Because of you, I became a better person. And I'm like, holy shit, I didn't see that coming.
Well, it just goes to show you what the Marines always knew. Some people just need a good ass beating.
Yeah, I say that all the time, too. You know, I got pissed at my daughter the other night when I said, at your age, I joined the military. And she says, oh, I will never join the military. I said, why is that? Because I'm like, what a shitty thing to say. You know, I said, I think you'd benefit from me getting your ass kicked. Maybe get some better direction in your fucking life.
I can't disagree. Yeah. Drill instructors do
nice
a way of
messages.
bringing out the best of your personality by beating it out of you.
I thought I was a nice person, always did, but I knew there was something wrong with me. And I joined the military to fix what was wrong with me. And it did. It kicked the shit out of me. But amazingly, it also brought out my natural leadership skills. And I didn't even know I had them. I'm like, because one of my NCOs said, man, you've got great leadership skills. And I'm like, me? And he goes, oh, yeah, you. He says, you are a take charge person. It's like, even if you're not totally sure how to do something, you will do it. And if you fail, you then own it. And I'm like, well, thank you. I try to be amazing.
So what's that army line? Like, we are the unwilling, led by the incompetent to do the impossible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can agree with that. I don't necessarily like leading, but I did like between a lot of the other things. It's the only way to get shit done. Sadly.
That's all it says. And Gary has something wrong with him. No. This is
Not
one of my
something.
favorites. This is one of my favorites, and I think it was one of Anima's favorite scenes in the film because she was just giggling at this scene with the fucking robbers with the striped shirts. And then when they're laying there after he shot them, they got the little X's drawn on their eyes.
So I remember my mom talking about seeing this movie on like TV or something, and she was sick, so she was taking like cough syrup or whatever, and she's like, I don't know if this is the medicine, but I was just dying laughing the entire movie.
Well, this scene is straight out of Lucky Luke, a Lucky Luke comic.
Yeah. What I'd love to see is Ralphie as an adult, and it's akin to Dexter, but it's instead him trying to get a Red Ryder BB gun.
And
Tonight's
if you do
the
that
night.
one, then it has to be narrated by Werner Herzog. I mean,
By the
just
way-
its nature. What on?
They gave him real chewing tobacco, and it made him sick
Oh!
as fuck.
Oh yeah, let's tell that story. Okay, so we're gonna pause here.
What to the kid?
If hold on,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking tell you, buddy. So I'm not sure if this is the moment that they caught on film, but one of the what do you call them? The people that handle prop master, walked over to him, shoved this into, and he tells him, he says, now push it down. And he says, now just remember, spit, don't swallow. He says, spit it, and you'll be okay. He started getting fucking fuzzy-headed. He started getting kind of high off of it because people don't know that Tobacco will get you fucking high.
He was
At
throwing
least at
up
first,
too.
yeah.
Then he started gagging and threw up and began throwing up more. And he was feeling really sick and found out that the prop master had given him real tobacco. And they're like, you can't do that. They're like, well, that's all we had. So they went and they got raisins and they mushed them together and shoved them down into his cheek. And when he spit, it had that brown color to it that tobacco has when you spit it. And now I've chewed tobacco, and I will tell you, Vic Armstrong and I, you guys have met Vic Armstrong. He's been on the show. Vic is the one who got it. And what we decided, stupidly, was to put it in that tape bubble gum that was cut into little pieces to look like tobacco. And it was Big Chew or something like that. And
Big League Chew.
Big League Chew. And we mixed tobacco in with it. And I think it was about 45 minutes later, we had one of those big drums, trash can drums behind the dugout, and we're vomiting our guts out. Because the first time you do it and you're using gum with it, good luck not swallowing.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned very quickly tobacco is gross. And but then as an adult, I like smoking cigars and I love smoking pipes. But I know you don't inhale them. Yeah, well, not you can inhale a little bit. And I used to do this thing. I was like used to do the French roll, and that's how I inhaled cigar smoke. But I never inhaled any pipe. No, these fucking guys. That's the Hamburglar. Yeah, I look like the Hamburglar.
Himself, as all Americans do, and gun down a robber. It is a right.
So I don't know. Going back to this, I don't know if these scenes, any of these, have him with the real tobacco or not.
That is hilarious, though, that the prop master's first reaction was to give actual chewing tobacco to a kid.
Well, they didn't have anything else.
Right.
So he says, I guess they're making me give him tobacco because they had that on set. I got my fingers pinched in one of those.
Ooh, yeah.
And I don't think you ever see her actually eat in this movie.
Now that you mention it, I don't know.
Because she brings it up during one of the meals. Am I ever going to get to eat?
Well, the voiceover says that she hadn't had a sit-down hot meal in years because she's too busy waiting on her fucking family.
Waiting on everybody else. It's like, that was never like that with my family. It's like, Mom, I want more potatoes. Well, get them.
We had the pots in the middle of the table and everybody would serve themselves.
That's how we ended up doing it eventually.
That's the only way to do it when you have 6 kids around the table.
Say the way my mom always told it was she grew up with 4 brothers, so she learned to be real fast with a spoon.
Oh yeah. You have to if you got boys. Ours was sort of 45, 55 because we had 4 boys, 3 sisters. And the sisters, again, had to be really quick to get the food. When he said, oh my God, this scene, putting that outfit on. It's like, how does that kid even walk with that outfit on?
His circulation cut off. The child wishes for death.
There you go. Werner Herzog's A Christmas Story. And by the way, I did notice this, and let me see if I can find it real quick. All right, there we go.
Ralphie's bloodlust will only be satiated once he has a Red Ryder BB gun.
Yes. And shoots his eye out.
He seeks self-harm to feel something.
So here we go.
40s Americana.
So there's the poster for the film. And what's amazing about this is his outfit's the wrong color.
Yep.
And I've always wondered, like, how did that mistake happen? Because that's the color of the outfit. Pink. Not peach, pink.
Yeah.
And so I've always wondered how that decision was made. Was it an accident that he was only given? Because a lot of times artists are only given black and white photos to work with. And by the way, that's normal in film because like movie posters, everything I've ever used for doing my artwork was in black and white. I had the color. I put the flesh colors in, background colors. But I just don't know. It's something that I really want to look into to find out what they did. Now, somebody brought up the fact that Peter Billingsley is the son of Barbara Billingsley, not famous for the Invaders movie. She's famous for being Beaver's mom in Leave It to Beaver. And then also, it's like saying she was famous for being an Airplane. What the fuck are you talking about? That was somebody in the chat. Was that you? Who was that? I'm trying to remember who that was. Was it Gambit? Was it you? I think it was Gambit. Christian Delorme has been an active member for 37 months. What would they do? 2, 4, 12. That would be the 12th trimester.
Yep.
Is Christian here?
He was earlier. I don't know if he still is.
No, Chris, he wasn't here today.
Well, that popped up. So look at me, everybody. He wrote a message.
No, that is him doing it. That's not YouTube. You have to actively send that.
Yeah. Well, he says, "Look at me, everybody." He actually wrote that. So yeah. Hi, Christian. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Clark auditioned approximately 8,000 actors for the part, among them Keith Coogan, Sean Astin, and Will Wheaton.
Thank God he didn't get the part. Could you imagine this movie with that whiny little fuck in here?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. We would never hear the end of it.
Unless he's the kid that just gets beat up and picked on the whole time. In which case, I'm fine.
I do like Sean Astin. I do like that kid. Well, actor. He's kind of an asshole in real life, kind of.
He's a good actor, though.
Yeah, I like him in everything he does. He was great in Stranger Things.
Yeah. And of course, who doesn't love him in The Goonies?
Of course, yeah. By the way, I don't know about any of you guys. I've had that done to me. That was ivory soap.
Ooh.
And I was so angry. And I yelled at I assume that's, because I was argumentative as a child, if you can imagine that. And my stepdad took some ivory soap, put it in her mouth, and then made me go over there. And I'm like, I didn't say anything. She's the one who cussed. And he made me do it anyway. And I got mad. And afterward, I said, I'm never going to forget you did that, you jerk. Bonjour, everyone. My boy is back from Latvia, just in time for Christmas. I want to negotiate with the Austrian girlfriend to have Gary on my stream. It'll be on a Sunday. And I'm going to tell you now, only after 6 p.m. my time. She won't let go. She won't let it go. Unless she's really mad at me, and then she will.
And he said that with a super chat. $5 Canadian. Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup.
I'm wondering how many kids tried this and realizes this is a real thing.
Yeah, you don't want to do this. My brother Mike got his tongue. The older brothers tricked him into doing it with the that house I brought up earlier didn't have internal plumbing for the kitchen. We had a pump outside for the kitchen, and my older brothers tricked Mike into doing that, and they ended up getting a pot of water, warming it up, and then pouring it over his tongue and the pipe, and it came off. But he had a nice little fucking blister on the end of his tongue.
Yep.
Let's see. And again, like Martin said, thank you so much, my friend. And for that, let's give him a video. What am I going to do? I could do that one, but that would be mean because it's only 1 second long. So I will do this one.
Hello. Hey, Brian, it's me. I got a question for you. Herbert and I are playing categories. Would you count NyQuil as a beverage? No, right?
No.
Yeah, not gonna fly, old man. Thanks, Brian.
Oh, that is bullshit.
The child is stuck to the bottom of the flagpole, the American flag above him. This represents that he will always be low in the American system. He will always be lower than the American flag. It's the happiest scene in this entire movie.
Not a pole, but well, it is a real pole. It is a real pole, and right where you see the rope tied around it, from there down, there is a plastic sleeve that has been painted to look just like the pole.
With a hole in it.
It had a little hole in it and a small vacuum, and so when he stuck his tongue to it, the vacuum pulled it into the hole, and if he pushed hard enough, it would just pop out. It didn't hurt, but it gave you a look of it being really stuck. Some people said fake tongue, and I'm like, no, that is a real tongue, my friend. You can see the muscles move in it, and so for a long time I didn't know until I finally watched that little making of, and I was like, holy shit, that's how they did that. That is so cool.
I miss that. The clever stuff they used to have to do to get things looking the right way, and they actually cared and put attention into it.
Yeah, now just CG. How are we going to do this? CG?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's really clever what they pulled off with a plastic sleeve around the flagpole, painted to look like it. It looks like the fucking pole. I was impressed with that as a kid, like wondering, like, well, how old was I when this came out? I was between 18 and 19.
The children look out, seeing that yet again one of them has been left behind. The American system.
There's also another scene that I was unaware of until today. That it's the Santa scene when his little brother, what's his name, Flick, or what was his name?
No, Flick is the kid with the
What's
tongue
going
to the pole.
outside?
Oh yeah, the flagpole. So what was his little brother's name?
That's a good question. I don't remember. Randy, I think it is, yeah.
Randy? Yeah.
Yeah, Randy Parker. Randy was in the interview with her all talking. And he said, yeah, I did not want to do the slide scene. I was terrified of roller coasters. And so therefore that just looked like a roller coaster without a car. And he was absolutely terrified. So when you see him on Santa's lap, he's not acting. He is screaming. That's for real. And he says, yeah, I didn't want to do it. I told him I didn't want to do it. He told Bob Clark, I don't want to do it. So Bob decided we're going to do this in one take because it'll never be the same after that first take. And so he, a bandage on his tongue fucking slays me.
That was so stupid, yeah.
Yeah, I know. So basically, they shove him down that fucking slide.
And he's screaming and crying for real.
And when you see him get to the bottom, that was the first and only take. They didn't want to do it again.
I love those authentic moments where you can tell they're not acting. They got the real reaction out of them. It's like Night at the Museum when Ben Stiller meets Robin Williams for the first time. It was supposed to be the dummy that was up on the horse, but Robin at the last minute switched places with it, so he actually scared the shit out of Ben Stiller.
That sounds like Robin Williams. But the funny thing here with this movie is the kids were allowed to play on that slide after the scene was done. And the guy, he got comfortable with it. He started having fun. So he went to the director and said, hey, I'm not scared of the slide anymore. We can redo the scene. And the director was like, yeah, no, we're good. We
got what we wanted.
Yeah.
Because when you see him land in the cotton down below and you look at his face, it is bright, fucking red. There's my buddy Zach. He's a good dude. Good dude. Been on our
Not in
channel
this
twice.
movie.
No, he's a jerk. And what's funny is originally he was supposed to be the bully's sidekick. The little guy was supposed to be the bully. But when they saw them standing next to each other, they went, "No, we got to switch these." Clearly, Zach is the bigger bully, and so they switch roles. And I think it's perfect because it kind of reminds me of Bugs Bunny cartoon where you've got the bulldog and the little chihuahua-looking dog next to him.
Yeah.
And you know the one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the little one's always like bark, 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 bark. Yeah, you tell him, boss. You tell him, boss. And that's the kind of relationship they have. Look at him back there with that fucking racing cap on. Oh my God, this is so fucking cool. And I don't know, but sometimes his eyes do look yellow. And I've always wondered, I was going to ask him about that, but I didn't think about it before the show today. If they put like yellow eye drops in to make his eyes look yellow, because it really does look at times like his eyes are kind of yellow.
Yeah.
And the voiceover says his eyes were yellow and the teeth were green.
Yeah.
Because he's wearing braces or something.
What is he, the Grinch?
Kinda.
The animal motif with Scott
It is-
Farkas
it is-
inspired by the replicants in Blade Runner.
In Blade Runner. Yeah, and of course, his heart grew 3 times that day, which of course was heart disease, and he died a young death. Hey, CJ's here. What's up, buddy? Good to see you guys. I want to celebrate Christmas this year by doing nothing but Christmassy movies. And on Tuesday at 3:00, we haven't set it up yet, we are going to do a watch along with Fat Man. Mel Gibson's role as Santa in a military type movie. It's a fucking fun film. And also, don't forget, Walton Goggin is in it. I'd watch that guy read the fucking phone book. I bet that would be a great fucking movie.
Bye, Snody.
Nice.
Oh, you gotta go? All right, buddy. Take care. Have a good weekend.
Father had yet to realize that no one wins in America except the rich.
So I do have some photos. What did I do with those? Are they in the other folder? I think they're in the other folder because Anima said I should bring that in. Oh, I could bring these in too because I kind of wanted to show these. And I think they're kind of fun photos here.
Wait, let me.
These
take
are
this
really
down.
don't start him yet. Don't start him yet, motherfucker. See, that one. Because I grew up on the Macy's Day Parade, and it was a huge thing for me as a kid. Every Thanksgiving to watch that fucking parade. And
I
then
saw
Zoe.
my first one this year.
It was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah. I would never want to actually go there, but watching it was fun.
And we were able to speed up some of the boring parts.
He enjoyed this Christmas, but little did he know.
And by the way, does it seem to anybody else in this movie that his little brother is a bit mentally retarded?
Just a little bit, maybe a couple of paint chips.
Yeah.
He definitely has an
reminds
eating
me-
disorder.
He reminds me of somebody that probably ate a lot of lead paint.
Which at this
Which
time
is
was
prevalent.
still around.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Well, I mean,
as
the
fuck was.
gasoline
This is the
was-
1940s. This takes place right around 1940 because everything looks like it's kind of in the 30s, but it's and there's a few 40s cars in there, but the fact is there's no war, so we know it's before World War II, and probably at the very tail end of the Depression.
Before World War II was happening for you, because over here that started in 38.
Well, I mean, obviously Austria started the war, so you guys got in on it pretty early.
Fuck you, Pope.
All right, here we go. Hold on. Let me pause this movie. All right, so here we go. Like, these are some of the ones that were around when I was a kid. You know, you had Bullwinkle, Moose, and Donald Duck in the background. I love that image. And then, of course, this great image of Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog here. Raggedy Ann. I never liked Raggedy Ann. And this was from this year, and I think this was probably one of the best floats. I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map. Who wrote that song? The way he's eating here. I swear to God, the way he's eating here, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with that kid? And I'm thinking, yeah, you're probably right. Lead chips. Yeah.
Their parenting methods are horrible.
Well, yeah, because he's like, fuck it, let what's going to happen happen. And she's like, I must overprotect him. Oh, I love this because they cut the fragile on purpose. So at least this great joke that, it's French or something. It's fragile. No,
yeah.
Fragile, the mom says. It's fragile.
Also, this
He's
end up
Tylenol
and they
baby.
lie it down on the floor.
Oh, no.
The doctor told her to take Tylenol every day during the pregnancy. It did not go well.
Let's see. Oh my God, I have to copy past that float. The balloons that represent Raggedy Ann and Mickey Mouse. Yeah. Now, I didn't like Raggedy Ann and Andy as a kid. I really did not like them. My sister had both dolls, and there was something weird about them. And then to learn later that the real possessed doll from that case that's shown in the movies was a Raggedy Ann doll. And I'm like, I knew it. They were born of Satan. That's why I didn't like them as a kid. Oh, yeah, the sex lamp. And if you didn't hear earlier, CJ, because I don't think you were here when I said it, when they made the mold for that, they made the mold from a heavy-set woman, not like plump, but she was a buxom girl, and she had thick thighs. And in the shrinking process of producing the mold and casting, it shrunk to a normal size. If they had used a normal sized girl's leg for that, it would have looked like a beanpole. Yeah, fragile.
I think speaking of possessed dolls, like Halloween was just a little while ago, and one of my buddies, his kid is like ginger, and he had the idea of dressing him up as Chucky. I'm like, I will punch your child.
Hey, again, if you want to watch the A Christmas Story Unwrapping and the Making of a Classic, featuring Peter Billingsley and some of the other boys that were his best friends in the movie, appear with him and talk about all the shit that happened in the making of this film. So I'm going to put it here again in the chat for you guys. It is a worthwhile video to watch. And it's only an hour long, especially if you skip the in-show commercials, which I do all the time. And now I will get the photos of the real house. And a lot of people thought that the entire film was shot at this house. Not all of it. Some of the exteriors and interiors were actually shot up in, I think, Ontario. And so it was a mishmash of Cleveland and Canada for this house.
I like that they turned the actual house into a museum for this movie.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting ready to do is bring those photos up. And I just got to find them. I think they're in my pictures album.
Well, it's almost like in Boston, they actually have two Cheers restaurants. Bars. There's the one they filmed the show in, and then there's a one that they made that's a replica of the bar.
Yep.
That's the one, the tourist one people go to. But then there's
Is it really?
bar.
Yeah, it really does have the stairs that go up to the restaurant in it.
And I forget the name of the original one, but it's not called Cheers. I think it is now, but I had a different name at the time.
Yeah, they renamed it later to Cheers. And I'm just telling you, smart fucking move.
Oh, yeah.
Nature.
Also, I don't know when.
During the outbreak of World War II, Ralphie's dad, volunteer, would fly overseas. He would murder over 600 Russians.
Yeah, there you go. I'm pretty sure his character served in the military. But in real life, Darren McGavin, who was drafted but was rejected by the U.S. military for having bad knees.
And given his age in the movie, he might have been in World War One.
Oh, in the movie, I'm talking about the real guy, the actor.
Yeah.
Playing the part.
Yeah,
because he would have been, because this is 1940, he's too old.
Yeah,
so he was World War One.
Looks like he's late 40s in here, so that would have put him about 20 years old right in World War One.
Yep. So I'm going to pause the movie again, and here we go. So this is the real house, and it's all dressed up. It's now, you get to visit this place, and people make a pilgrimage to go to this movie. And that's the one where they have the giant, the kid's name, I just forgot it. Ralphie. Yeah. The giant Ralphie. I'm assuming fiberglass painted. Because he's bigger than an average man right there. Like an average man would be up to his chin. I'm like, that's fucking big kid.
Ralphie's now a major
He must have eaten a lot of Ovaltine.
You can see the lamp in the window.
Yep. They get it turned the wrong way, though.
Yeah.
And every picture is turned the wrong way.
It doesn't matter, though, because the real lamp died. She breaks it.
He tried to fix it, though. He tried to fix it.
Yeah, but he's stupid. He didn't let the glue.
Well, he didn't let it cure. Yeah, the glue.
Yeah.
So here you go. They even made up the plugs to look like the film.
Yeah, because Daddy is a DIY guy, and he made it so that you can put way more plugs than intended into that socket, which is causing problems all the time.
Like, can anyone say electrical fire?
So it's got the leg lamp, all this shit. I love this that they did this, and I would love to go there. I really would. I'd love to take a pilgrimage. What's that? Over by the fireplace. Yeah, it's up by the fireplace. Technically, when you look at that, that looks like a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. It is the.
You can see the lever. Well,
Yep.
the lever.
Well, it's a pump. It's a pump.
No, Red Riders are lever actions.
Lever action.
Oh, but it's a charging a.
I could have sworn I saw him pump that handle once.
I don't know.
They still sell Red Ryder BB guns to this day, at least.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Oh, after this movie, it became the biggest selling BB gun of all time. This movie had a cultural impact. Now, what I love about this is she's wearing Victorian to Edwardian type clothes.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I actually have an old Red Ryder BB gun that my granddad had in the 20s.
No shit. Oh, that's fucking awesome, dude.
I mean, it's pretty beat up, but it's in my collection.
It is lever action, but remember when he loaded it?
Yeah.
He had to do something with the grip, forward grip. And it was up and it went down. I don't know. Maybe it was just simply part of the loading process.
Yeah, it is. A lot.
I've never owned one of those.
Magazine tube under the barrel.
I never had a BB gun rifle until I was 15. And the one I got was designed to look like a 30-06. And I had a BB gun pistol since I was a little kid. It was the 1911 45 looking thing.
Nice.
And
Look at that.
it was BB and pellet. What?
CJ had that baby rifle.
A lot of kids did.
And he
Man,
shot
I wish I
himself.
did.
Yeah.
In the big toe.
According to the Daisy website, the BB rifle boasts a classic lever action design, reminiscent of the rifles wielded by cowboys in the Wild West.
That's cool.
I mean, I have a real lever action as well, a Winchester 1894, that my granddad also had.
Nice.
Because he grew up in rural Vermont, and well, you hunt out there.
Gary, what's the name of that modern lever action rifle that they said kills T-Rexes? Marlin.
The Marlin 4570.
Yeah.
That's a big boy. I want one.
Yes.
I
That
had
is
the
a
Marlin
big
3030. And I will tell you now, I will take a Marlin 3030 over any other lever action.
Well, the 1894
Winchester.
is caliber.
The problem with Winchesters is it was top eject. Came out of the top. And I cannot tell you how many fucking times I got hot brass down my shirt. And
Dude, I was a machine gunner. You just get used to that after a minute.
Yeah. But with me, I was a kid. I'm like, I don't like that, Dad. It keeps burning me. And so we tried out the Marlin. And the Marlin has a right side exit port. And I went, I love this. And so we bought me a Marlin 3030 instead. And I love that fucking rifle. Man, I could shoot a flea off a bull's ass at 500 yards. That thing was so
30
fucking
30
right
is a
on.
pretty nice cartridge. I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry. There you go.
Read that, Gary.
Oh, I'm trying to find something. Okay, hold on. 15 years ago, first of all, Bronson Right Wolf. Thank God, not the
Welcome.
wrong wolf. Thank God, not the wrong wolf. I'm trying to fucking set up a joke, then you fucking stumble all over it. I swear to God. 15 years ago, all of the teachers at my school wore Santa hats. On the last day before Christmas break, one of my teachers wore a sweater with Ralphie's face on it with that bar of soap in his mouth. I like that.
I like that teacher.
That's great.
With rifles and shotguns, I'm partial to the Ithaca 37 myself.
Oh yes, teacher, you totally did that on purpose. Shot your big toe. Of course.
Well,
Grade
they
eight.
triple
No,
dog
it
dare
sounds
him.
no, I'm serious. If you double dog dare somebody, they have to do it. It's a law.
Triple dog there.
You can actually be sent to prison as a child if you don't take a double dog dare. So yeah, I get you, buddy.
No, it's the law. It's the law. If somebody double dog dares you, it has to happen now.
Yeah. Seriously, I heard a kid died for not taking the double dog dare.
It's not unheard of.
God
We never
damn
had that
right.
here.
I do find it really funny that the father basically swears up a storm the entire movie and then is kind of just like shocked when his kid actually says one of the words back.
Right. It's like, gee, I wonder where he heard it.
Oh my God, this scene. This is instant death if that had been done with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my dad was one of those dads yelling at me for not holding the flashlight right. Oh
And
yeah.
that's how I learned that's how I started my quest to learn what the fuck was.
Uh-huh.
Because when I saw this, it's like, what word is he referring to? And my parents didn't want to know.
Fudge. But then he says, but that's not what I said.
Yeah. Like, wait a second. It's 4 letters. Okay, let me go through the variations. And I could slowly see my dad's face get more and more upset as I got closer because he knew it was going to be unlocked.
Yeah. I also love that he knocks on a friend who actually didn't say it to him.
Right.
And gets him in trouble because he didn't want to say that it was dad. Oh, you goddamn right, Soul Assassin.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, my dad never spanked us, boys. Never. He'd always do fake spankings. And, but man, once I hit about 12, 13, it was the Gibbs slap or the one knuckle to the side of the head. He'd wrap you like that. Go, listen to me.
Mm-hmm. And let's face it, we earned it.
I didn't mind the Gibbs slap. I did not. But when he would take that one knuckle, he would find that that little hole here called, it's one of the, it's a parietal foramen on both sides of your head, where all the nerves come out to your scalp, okay? And he would find that fucking spot, and it would just shoot electricity through me when he would hit it. Fucking hated that. Life Boy is what he's got. Yes, he got Life Boy, which I got to tell you does not taste like Ivory soap. And that's what we got. Ivory soap tastes like fucking just soap. And it's just awful. And it leaves a lasting flavor in your mouth. Like nothing else, man. Now, for you, those of you don't know this, and I know somebody brought it up earlier, that's Melinda Dillon, the actress that plays the mother. And she's been in quite a few films. And a couple of them are favorites of mine. One of them being Close Encounters of the Third Kind. She plays the mother of the little boy that gets kidnapped by the aliens. But she also plays the mother in Anima. You remember this one? It's one of your favorite films? Bigfoot?
I forgot the title of the movie, but they bring the Bigfoot home.
Yeah. Harry and the Hendersons, 1987.
Hendersons, yeah.
I love that fucking movie. I really do.
One of Culture Casino's best roles.
And John Lithgow, great. Culture Casino, yeah. Culture Casino, he's really kind of a brother to me because we're both kind of Sasquatches with the long hair. And the older I get, the more I feel like I look like Bigfoot.
You are Bigfoot. I can sleep in one of your shoes. They're that big.
It's true. I'm giant. And you know what they say about guys with big hands and big feet?
They wear big socks.
They wear big shoes and big gloves. That's Robin Williams. This whole blind scene went blind from Life Boy.
Soap poisoning.
We're so sorry. Is there anything we can do for you? And then he smiles in the dream. And then in real life, he's got the tears streaming down his cheek and he smiles in the bed that he made them feel bad. Yeah, he went blind from soap poisoning.
Although in this time period, given what they used to put in soap, I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right there, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if George Lucas was inspired from Culture Casino to make Chewbacca.
Don't you know, he found a time machine. He went to 2025. Watch this internet thing. Oh, I got a stream. Check this out. Takes one look. I've seen enough. Runs back. Comes out to 1975. Chewbacca.
Yeah, well, just to let you know, George Lucas then said, I like the cut of his gib. And the guy says, that's jib. And he goes, no, it's gib. All G's are hard, which is why the G in my name is hard, and I am a hard G.
A hard ass is what you are.
As long as it's not a hard R, we're good.
I like hard R. I think one of my favorite fucks with I just forgot the name of the organ, MPAA, okay, that has ever been done was done by Trey Parker and Matt Stone when they put out the first South Park movie. And
pure gold.
And they didn't realize what the title meant. But once they found out what it meant, they're like, no. You can't go forward with that name. It's like, too late. You already approved it. No takesy backsies.
Mm-hmm. It's like, just because I slip that one past the goalie doesn't mean you get to take it back.
Yeah. Longer, bigger, and uncut. They didn't understand that's about like a penis.
There he's a little shithead. Because he's only taking his letter, leaving the box open and all the other mail in
leaving it open and not collecting the mail for everybody else in the house. That's a little shithead move. I love that all the work he puts into this scene of getting the code from the radio program, Little Orphan Annie, and then going up into the bathroom, taking the room for himself, shutting the door, not letting his little brother in to pee. And he's got to find out what this code is, and it's nothing more than an advert for fucking Ovaltine. The code is, don't forget to drink your Ovaltine.
He gets so excited deciphering this, and then it's a stupid ad.
Now, that's like the radio that Patty and I had in the living room. And sadly, though, it was gutted, but it looked great, and I put lights in it. So it looked like it was a working radio, but it wasn't.
I mean, those old two-type radios are a bitch to keep running.
Well, that's the problem, is there were no replacement parts. So the guy just gutted it and sold it to me. And I thought I could probably turn this into a radio by putting a more modern radio inside. And but it was too much work, and I was just wanting it for looks. I don't listen to radio after I was 20. Like, who listens to radio? I might do it when I'm in the car, but usually I play CDs in the car. Or back in the day, I never had a cassette deck, but I had an 8-track deck in my car. And boy, I love that 8-track.
You bastard.
Well, you and I talked about this the other day, Martin.
Yeah. The only 8-track I met was in the car of a friend of my dad. That's when I heard it.
I loved it because you could split up songs, and the rewind was faster because each one was on its own track. So you could do this, and it was fucking great, man. That's how I listened to Genesis, was in my car on 8-track.
Yeah, the cartridges were huge.
Oh my God, they're like VHS size. The size of a VHS tape cassette. It's really fucking big.
I would say half a beta max.
Look, I know I've grown since I was a kid, but not that fucking much. It seemed bigger to me. But then again, so does my penis.
She didn't say that.
Noticing Anna is noticeably quiet on that one.
He doesn't care. I'm not interested in talking about that. I'm sorry.
I'm not even giving an answer to that shit. And you fucked it up again, Gary.
What?
What?
You pretended to be me talking. You don't do that anymore.
I just said that. That was what I started talking. I stopped saying it because you said something. It was that, I'm sorry, is what I said. I was supposed to do that as Arnold.
Yeah.
And CJ's got a point here where he says he was a boy who was listening to Little Orphan Annie over the shadow. He got what he deserved.
There you go. That's true. And in 1940, that was still, I do believe, Orson Welles playing the shadow.
I think, 39 into 40 was Orson Welles.
Radio was huge in the 30s and 40s, long before that was TV. That was television for people.
Soul Assassin, I wouldn't say that even the 8-track was the cause, but certainly was a symptom.
Now, you know she broke that fucking lamp on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know what happened. You're the liar.
She was a pussy.
Oh.
Yeah, that pussy. Liar. It's from a story earlier, guys, that weren't here earlier. From when I was a kid, an older kid told me that pussy meant liar, and then I was at home, and right in front of my mom, I called her a pussy. I was like in the first grade, and like, I think the worst part of that day was waiting for Dad to come home.
Just like Ralphie.
Yeah, until your father gets home. Oh my God, this is gonna be so bad. My dad just thought it was funny. He was like, "Do you not know what that word is? Liar? No, it does not mean liar."
Did you post it
No.
here for any specific reason?
No. And I will point out, this is one of the few times you'll see him with his thinning hair, because he usually wore toupees. Hell, when he was in The Night Stalker, the movies and the series, he was really bald on top, and he wore toupee like William Shatner. In fact, I wonder if they went to the same. I don't know what they call them. I forget the word for the artists that make toupees. And I'm telling you, they put a lot of work into those things to make them look natural. This cassette tape adapter. Oh, I remember those things. I remember I got an adapter that allowed me to play cassettes in the car. It was a CD player.
Mm.
My late aunt had a cassette. And then later I got a CD adapter for my CD player, which was an external CD player, to plug it into a cassette deck. Oh, Darren? Oh, he's been in more than that. He was a TV and movie star. His character of Kolchak inspired Chris Carter to make X-Files. And in fact, he kept trying to get him on the X-Files for years. First time, he wanted to have him as an agent that started the X-Files. He said no. And then he wanted to have him play Mulder's dad. He said no. And then about a year to 2 years later, they said, how about the guy that was his dad's partner? And he went, yes. And so he was in the X-Files, playing Mulder's dad's former partner. I love those hoodies with the goggles on them.
Yeah.
They always reminded me of Rocky Squirrel from the Bullwinkle show. Rocky and Bullwinkle. God damn, Zach has such a weird face when he was a kid. Little squinty eyes. His mouth looks like somebody just took some clay and sliced the slit into it.
Yeah, but that is because the braces, they tend to
make his
that
lips
effect.
stick out. Yep.
Now
Yep.
it's only me, because I see Melinda, and sometimes she reminds me of Kate Capshaw in Temple of Doom.
He does. She's a very pretty lady. Very pretty lady.
Man, this kid could act.
And you see the witch from Wizard of Oz twice in this movie, when the teacher is made up to look like her, and then later there's people walking around cosplaying on Christmas as the characters from Wizard of Oz. And I'm assuming that's because the movie is probably playing there, and it was promoting the movie, because it came out in 39, and then this would be the year that they would re-release it, right after the movie was released previous year. I love these old cars in this movie. Well, that's the film that put Orson Welles on the map. And he absolutely did that shit on purpose, making people fall for it, think it was real. And the coonskin cap is awesome.
Yeah, that's a nice touch.
I have a buddy that Red Panda over on X, and he's on YouTube, UFO guy, and he has his own version, and it's colored red for red because his name is Red Panda. So he's a Red Panda coonskin skin hat. I had a coonskin hat as a kid. My dad got me. My problem is that thing did not last long. That car is pink. This is why I hated kids when I was a kid, because I've run into that. I had a bully that was chasing me, was going to kick my ass. He said, "I'm going to kick your ass when I catch you." And the kids were all like, "Get him, get him." They didn't know me. Like, what the fuck was that about? And then I turned the tables on him. I spun around on him and took his legs out from under him and jumped on top of him and started wailing on him, just beating the shit out of him. Face is all fucking bloody. And the kids are yelling, "No, kill him, kill him." And I stopped fighting. And I just looked at him. I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, you were just rooting for him, and now you're rooting for me? And I said out loud, "You people are fucking crazy." And I didn't know my dad was like parked there waiting for me. Listened to the whole thing. And I thought, oh, I'm in trouble for saying that. And he said, "I'm proud of you. I'm really proud of you. Not that you just whipped the snot out of that bully, but that you recognize the craziness of those kids around you, yelling for him to beat you, and then turning tables, they began rooting for you." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's just weird, Dad. That's just weird." And I like consistency with people. Inconsistency fucking annoys me. And by the way, one of the best scenes in this film is when he gets away with a lie.
Yeah.
Yep.
He looks at the camera and everything. It's, I got away with it.
Yeah. It's like, I love he breaks the fourth wall in this movie. And it's great. Because like when he shoots the BB gun, it bounces back, hits him right next to his eye, and he knocks his glasses off. But because he's got his glasses off, he doesn't see them in the snow, and he steps on them and breaks them. And he's like so in trouble. But in a second, he is inspired to lie the biggest lie of his life, that while he was shooting, a piece of ice from
an icicle from the garage.
From the garage fell on his face, hit him in the eye, and broke his glasses. And she fucking falls for it. And he is like, "Oh my God, I can lie." That's an important moment for a kid when they learn that they can lie and then get away with it.
Covering for him about the fighting too.
Yeah.
She's seriously playing it down so Dad wouldn't kick into action because she's not into this.
Because the dad is a man's man. He's just a man. And she is one of those overly protective people that's constantly like overdoing it with protecting her children.
Which is fucking the younger kid up.
Yeah, that kid is all messed up.
After learning to lie, Ralphie then decides, does he want to become a politician or to become something far more evil, a filmmaker?
Nonchalant whistling. By the way, you say that, and I wanted to point out, Darren McGavin can fucking whistle in real life, the guy playing the dad. And he did it in the two first Night Stalker films. Well, The Night Stalker and The Night Strangler. And his character is said to whistle. And come to find out, he can really fucking whistle. But when they did the TV series, I am positive that that's not him whistling in the opening titles. I believe that was a professional whistler because it plays into the theme of the show. Which, by the way, for those who don't know, the theme to the Night Stalker series was the theme for the Questar tapes. It was played in the show. And it because it didn't get a series, the composer says, I can repurpose that theme. And he did. And I played it for Anima so she could hear it. And you can hear the Night Stalker theme in the what was that? The first 6 minutes of the show, the movie. So I just thought that was interesting because I love the fact that actors sometimes are really good whistlers. And there's another actor who was a great whistler. What is his name? The guy from Malcolm in the Middle played the dad.
Mm.
And he was in Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Bryan Cranston.
This is a true story, okay? Often, almost every show, he would whistle a different theme, a different song, and during the first season. And before the show could be released, they went to him and says, "Hey, what are these songs? Because we need to be able to pay for the royalties, so we don't, or not royalties, but for the rights."
Or
so
whistling?
No, for whistling. These tunes he would whistle on the first season, and he did it later too. But he turns to them and says, "I composed them. Well, they're just songs I think and play by whistling." And they're like, "What? They're really good." So they told him, "If you're smart, you will go to the songwriters organization and copyright those whistling tunes that you did, and you will get royalty checks for that." And he still gets royalty checks to this day for the repeats of those episodes where he whistled. That's fucking cool.
Nice. Because, man, the thing with royalties are ridiculous.
Well, a lot of times they don't amount to anything. Like the entire cast was talking about the royalties for Seinfeld. And I think it's funny that there was this interview, they were talking about it, that there was actually an episode dedicated to royalties in the show because he keeps getting royalties for something he did in the past, Seinfeld's character. And he'll walk up and he'll just have like a stack of fucking envelopes. And he'll go through them, royalties, all royalties. And he'd sit on the table and nothing would be said. And it's just one of those things that they throw into the show to show you what the reality is of somebody who's in the entertainment industry, specifically television and film. They get royalty checks all the time. They might be for 12 cents. But what's funny is he saves them up and then deposits them all at once, which annoys the studio that he does that, his character. Because I think they issue a stop check or stop payment on something because he deposits all these checks at once.
That's also one of the reasons why your employer will have check is good till X date.
I need to, yeah, right. So I want to look at that again because I think, isn't that Gene, the creator, author?
Wouldn't know.
Yeah, to go on a little tangent.
Okay.
One of the things I've learned, if you're doing a script or whatnot, do a short story or just something, and then whatever you end up making, go based upon that original thing. Because if you sell that script and it's based upon something you also own, you still own the copyrights. Whereas if you sell the complete original, then you're selling all the copyrights with it.
Okay, one, I think that's Gene, the guy who wrote the story. Two, I love that the kid is doing that dimple thing with his lip and chin the same way the mother is doing it. That's a very subtle thing to notice, that they're doing the same expression. But I do believe that's the creator author. And again, I don't know if because I don't think they attached theaters to places like this. So my guess is the theater is like next door, like right next door. And that's why you have pretty much that cosplay people running around as the characters from Wizard of Oz. And that's something, by the way, that really did happen. We don't do it like we used to. like the year after. I mean, like the last time you really saw that was with Star Wars, where the following year, there she is. And they released Star Wars the next year, the following year, and it was the third one, I think, the one that came out in 1980, that altered the opening. Scrawl and everything to state that it was Star Wars Episode 4. And by the way, that girl that's working for Santa, Jesus, I've never met anybody like that in real life. Okay, this is it. He is terrified while he's on the lap. And he's fucking really screaming, no, don't do this. And look at that guy. He's smiling for real. Because he was told to do this. And I love how Ralphie is so terrified that he can't remember the Red Ryder rifle.
He doesn't even say his name. He freezes completely.
Yep. Now, I told you I was at the Phoenix Mall with my dad, my mom, and my sister Michelle was with me. And when it finally got up to that point, I freaked out and didn't want to go up there. I was scared to death of meeting Santa. And so my sister had to go with me and hold my hand. I shit you not. That's another great memory I have in my head, just like a snapshot. It's never going away. You okay?
Yeah.
Because I know you weren't feeling well earlier. How are you feeling now?
A little worse, but still alive.
Really? I was kind of hoping better.
Well,
so man, she's such a oh no, that's the brother. That's the brother. Okay. So this is the scene where he is really terrified, and this girl's a fucking bitch. I swear to God. Stop dragging your feet. We gotta go. There are people waiting.
Yeah, well, they have this whole line of kids waiting, and the mall is closing. So
and the mall closes at 9. Yeah.
And they want to go home.
And Santa says, I'm not staying past 9, he says at one point. So this young actor was really fucking terrified. He is screaming for fucking bloody murder. Oh my God, this is great. And then hands him over to this guy, and he's screaming for real. And they throw him down there, and he lands at the bottom, cheeks all fucking red because he's really fucking crying.
He's crying, yeah.
But you could see on his face, oh, I didn't die. Oh, that's great. And then he started enjoying it, and he wanted to do it more, and they did, but not on camera. They let them play on that slide after the scene. They went on break. And then when they came back from break, he says, I can do it. Now, I'm not so scared. And he goes, no, we got the scene we wanted. Bob's so fucking evil. I love that. There's something really enjoyable about lying to a child, making them believe their life is in danger just to fuck with them.
What?
When my boy Benjamin would start acting up at the mall in Virginia back in 85, I think, because he's about 3 years old, possibly 4, so it might have been 85, 86. And I said, well, that's it. I'm done. I want a new kid. And I grabbed him by the ankles. I picked him up and walked him to a trash can. And he grabbed the edges of the trash can. No, Dad, I'll be good. Don't throw me away. Like I was going to do it for real. But they don't know. And that's fun to play with. Oh, I love that face right there. And the boot to the face.
I love that this is like being sent down into purgatory and hell for him. Oh no.
Well, he's like, oh, I remembered what I needed to ask for. And he asked for it. And what does Santa say? Same thing that Mom says and his teacher says. Shoot out your eyes. Every time he thinks he's going to have an ally, they are the enemy. I love it. Oh, I love this fucking movie. And, you know, the funniest part of this is that I told Anima I have not watched this in over 25 years. And I think it was in the early 90s that I watched this again at home. And I enjoyed it then, but I forgot how much I fucking enjoyed this movie. It's so much fun to watch this, man. So I now just
smart.
I declared to Danny, I'm going to watch this every Christmas. This one and Home Alone. They are so much better than I give them credit for when I was younger. They are fucking good movies.
Oh, yeah.
There was no VHS in 1940. No shit, Gambit.
In the end, Ralphie had the last laugh, or he did not shoot out his eye, shut out the eyes of other children.
Of other children. So you had to rely on buying customized rentals back in the 40s. Okay. They had LPs back then in the 40s. Television actually started in the 40s. Most people don't know that. There weren't very many programs, and only people who had a lot of money could watch it. And it wasn't until the 50s that they started streamlining and mass producing TVs at a cheaper price and cost. Man, that is a horrible looking tree.
And a lot of it you have to
Yes, it is.
A lot of it you have to thank the U.S. Navy for, because the reason they were able to make TVs so cheaply is they set up all sorts of electronics factories to build cathode ray tubes for radar projection, for radar screens for World War II. And then after the war, they started going into making consumer products.
Well, there's one major thing that we have to thank the Navy for in particular. They used to call it the radar range, and then it became called a microwave, because that came from an incident in the Navy where a guy sat a sack lunch next to the radar unit that he was controlling, and his sandwich got cooked like brick hard. And he goes, "What happened?" And they said, and then they found out that it was emitting microwaves that were being blown out by the fan next to you. And eventually, once it hits the air, it becomes less dangerous. But his sack lunch was right next to the vent, and so it cooked it. I love this ship, still love it to this day. When we have ice storms, man, with snow, it's the prettiest fucking thing you'll ever see. You don't want to drive in it. No, you don't want to walk in it.
Nope, you want to sit in your house and admire it from afar, because it's probably also 10 degrees out.
We twice, Springfield, Missouri, has been named a disaster area over ice storms. But they're so gorgeous, but they're so destructive and dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
But as a kid, you don't think about that. All you think about is how beautiful it looks. It looks like Dr. Zhivago, you know, the movie, not the book. The book doesn't look like anything but words. So any of you who thought I meant the book, you're idiots. Just letting you know. I love you, but you're an idiot.
Look, Ralphie, there's a frozen dead body.
Now, I would love to tie this in with like something from the X-Files or the Night Stalker, where some sort of monster lives under the tree. And Dad has to fucking stop it, because that was the funny thing about the Night Stalker series was nobody believed him for the most part. There were a few that did. Like the one that takes place in the hospital with the American Indian god that has been woken up by the warm temperatures of the lake. And this thing's been asleep for 1,000 years, you know, and it woke up going, "I'm fucking hungry." It starts eating patients, eating their energy, leaving them dead, deprived of plasma, because plasma is energy, and it's a protein. If you didn't know that, and protein is energy. So it's just like sugar. And so it's consuming all their electrolytes and stuff and feeding off of these people. Oh, fuck, I love this. Like, I've been in that position where you don't want to wear something somebody got you and they didn't make you. I had one that was just a horrible fucking sweater. And I hated that thing. And anytime my dad bought me clothes, I hated it. Like, my dad had the single worst taste of a man I've ever met. And I remember telling him one day, I said, "Dad, I don't like that shit because it's gay." I like it. That's not gay. I'm not gay. And I'm like going, I'm starting to wonder. Just you pick a lot of disco clothes. I'm just saying, Dad. That's gay.
Your Aunt Clara's a bitch.
Yeah, Clara's a bitch. Hold on. What was this? Texans drive in ice every time it freezes, and they never learn to stay home. Oh, here. Let me tell you something here, Tree Rock. I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona. If they get the slightest inclement weather, people forget how to fucking drive. And if it gets icy, if it freakily gets icy, nobody goes out. Everything is shut down in Phoenix. That's a crazy fucking place. Oh, this is where he lets him know, oh, you have another gift over there behind the my desk. And it's, of course, the Red Ryder. And she doesn't know. Look at that face. She doesn't know. And then she's like, oh, God. No, it's not. This is horrible. Why on the poster did they not make it pink? And I'm wondering if the artist wasn't told. And only, like I said, a lot of poster artists use black and white photos. Oh, look at him laughing at his brother. Ha ha ha, you're retarded. Shut up. Yeah. To the moon, Alice. Bang, zoom.
That's the one moment where he's a good dad. Saying, this is ugly. Go take it off.
I love that shot. Falling to sleep with his little Zeppelin.
Yep.
And this is not long after, of course, the worst Zeppelin disaster of all time.
The Hindenburg.
Yeah, because that was what, 38?
I think it was 38.
Yep, I think so too.
Well, Ralphie, I saw the Hindenburg go up. Be glad you're still alive.
Yeah, the funniest things the Germans ever did was trying to land the Hindenburg. Like, you didn't consider the gases that are in there and electricity from the ground. I mean, we were scientifically aware of that at the time. So the Germans,
37.
boy, they fucked up. 37. Oh, yep. I just pulled it up. And
that was the end of the era of the Zeppelins.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, the craziest part of the Hindenburg is that we have video of it because they were taking video for it, or excuse me, they were filming it to show, like, geez, great, everyone's happy, and then the reporters go, my God.
Okay, another thing that's great in this film is the fucking dogs. The buildup of what's going to happen with those dogs, man. And they come into the house and destroy their dinner. In fact, they consume most of it.
Yeah, they only left a wing.
Oh, and the dad's response is so great.
I love when he
I love that
cusses.
dogs only go after dad.
Yep.
I love it when he cusses. They're not real words. They're fake words mixed with real words. And then he does the same thing. The son does the same thing in that fist fight where he beats the snot out of Scott Farkas. And he's like cussing, but he's not really cussing because they're filtering the dirty language out with fake words. And I fucking love that. Because of this movie, I started doing that in real life for fun. Just black nabbit, fucking Sturtargan.
It's a good way to put you in the subjective reality of the kid instead of objective one.
Right. So I'm going to go back to this shot here because anybody who knows how to fire weapons knew what was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's like He's about 10 feet from that fucking sign, and he's going to get hit by a ricochet. That's fucking great.
Also, he's squinting. You don't do that.
No. Now, I was told that you can close your eye to line your sights, but then you open your eye, other eye.
I actually have to close my eye because I'm cross-eye dominant. I'm a right-handed shooter, but I'm left-eye dominant. So if I look down an optic or whatever, all I'll see is the side of the rifle.
That's weird.
So
Yeah, welcome to the club, Pope.
Yeah.
He keeps trying to sneak down there to get some of that turkey meat. She goes, it still has to cook for 4 hours. You will get salmonella. And I'm telling you, you don't want salmonella poisoning.
No.
That crunch sound when he steps on it, it's like, oh no. And he thought the other glasses were gone, and his mom saves the day again. By not just believing him, but by having saved the other pair of glasses. They have a crack in them, but you can still use them.
Yep.
Oh, wait, what's this? I'm at a bar, and the Commander and Eagles fans are hooping and hollering. I'm not a fan. Okay, football fan. Okay.
I thought football games are on Sundays usually. Saturday.
Yeah, what you need to do, Penny, is using this film's logic, just yell, shut up, you flab-nabbing rednecks.
I mean, depending on where she is, we take that as a compliment.
Oh, yeah. Dude, some of my closest friends I grew up with were fucking rednecks, man. Flab-nabbing rednecks. Oh, yeah. Larry Beverly, I'm still friends with that guy. And he fucking laughed the last time I told the story of when he and I went out fishing, but I wanted to try something I hadn't gotten to do with my bow and arrow, was bow fishing. And I had these special made arrows that just for fishing they have a basic target-like tip that do come to a proper point. It's not so blunt. And it's got a little hook that comes off it, a little wire that sticks out. So when it goes into the fish, it pops open and you reel in the fish with your bow. You're pulling the string and you got a little rotating thing, just like a regular rod and reel. And I was going to do that, but we started getting attacked by the ranger station's pet goose, mascot, to the local ranger station, which was only about 100 yards away from us. And he kept, like, every time I'd line up on a fish, and it's a trick learning how to shoot fish because of what happened, refraction with water. You have to know where to aim to hit the fish, which is just over the fish. So I'm lining up, and every time I line up a shot, that fucking goose would go off. Coming after me, flapping its wing, snapping at the air. And I'm not scared of geese. I've been around them my whole life, and it don't freak me out. I know how to grab them by the neck and hold them and go, what you going to do now, motherfucker? And he keeps doing this. And finally, I turned to Larry, and I said, I swear to God, he does that again, I'm going to pop him in the ass. And so he did, and I spun, and I only drew slightly back. And I released and popped him in the backside with that arrow. But apparently there was just enough power behind that because it was a 75-pound bow. And I pulled back just a little too much, and it went in his ass.
No.
So I've got this goose trying to get away from me, and he's stuck to me. I'm freaking out because the ranger station is right there. So I walked up to him. I'm like shin deep in the fucking water, and I pick up my boot, and I put it on the goose, pushing him into the water, and I pulled that out of him. And then,
oh my God, the Chinese restaurant scene. This is fucking hysterical.
Well, it's the best moment. And this is another one. Oh,
even the boss is laughing. Nobody can contain their laugh.
Yeah, it's just so fucking funny that they can't say L. They can't say the letter L. And the funniest part of this is mom and kids are not aware of what's going on here. This is all happening. Was not part of the rehearsal. And they were just told what was going to happen. And having this happen live with the singing, her reactions are all 1000% real to what's happening around her, including the fucking goose or duck with its head still on.
Yep.
When you see her reactions in that, those were all legitimate. She's losing her fucking shit over what's happening around her. And I just love the genuine feeling of that scene because of that. I thought
That's
Bob
what makes this whole
fucking
scene
smart. And he gets frustrated, the old man. Like, yeah, go get their food. Because they can't sing anything with an L in it. And they're all putting all their effort into it, and they can't fucking sing the L's in these Christmas songs.
It's like, I love nowadays people would be offended by this scene, but like all of the Chinese guys I know think it's fucking hysterical.
Well, here's one thing that's historical. Do you know why Chinese restaurants became so popular in the U.S.?
Because they don't close for Christmas.
That's right. And especially in major cities where there's a large Jewish population. And it's because of the Jews in Chicago. I wish Mephisto was here, because I don't know if he knows this. Because of the population of Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York in particular, those three cities, there's a lot of entertainment in those places. So you had a large population of Jewish writers and actors. And at Christmas, they would go eat at Chinese restaurants because they don't celebrate Christmas, and so that's how it happened. And then Chinese restaurants started springing up everywhere. And here in Springfield, Missouri, you can't throw a rock and not hit a fucking Chinese restaurant. In fact, Springfield, Missouri is the home of cashew chicken. The Chinese chef that lived here was a immigrant from China, had created this dish. And about 12 years ago, before he died, he got to fly to China and deliver with his son the recipe for cashew chicken to the Chinese. And they like it. And all it is rice, tempura style chicken, and gravy. That's all it is. It's for the uncultured fucking hillbillies of the Springfield area that didn't want to try Chinese food, so they had to make one just for people here. And so it became popular. Now it's worldwide. I think that's cool. Yeah, a lot of people love it, man. All it is, though, is gravy on rice and chicken. Szechuan style gravy. But when she loses her shit here, she almost jumps from the table when he sits the goose or the duck down.
Yeah.
With that fucking head still attached. She was not warned.
It's
there she
smiling.
goes. Look at her. She's hysterically laughing. And the kids are like, oh, that is so cool. The kids and she were not told. And I love McGavin saying it's smiling at me. And he goes, oh, and then right in front of him, cuts the head off and she loses it again. Look at her. Oh my God, I fucking love her. She is so good in this scene.
They had so much fun making this.
Now, I don't know how many of you feel this way, but my favorite rice is not fried rice. I like sticky rice, which is something you have to do a certain thing to get it to do that. And nobody does it better, in my opinion, than a Chinese restaurant with making sticky rice. Fucking love it. You can make rice balls with that. And they're so fucking good.
I'm sorry, did you say fly? Flight?
Yeah. Who's traveled? What did Slasher Fred say? Pinocchio has some very dark... Oh, no, dude. That is a dark fucking story. Read the fucking book. Good God. I couldn't believe they put some of that shit in the Disney version. Because it's got some dark shit in there.
Child slavery.
Child slavery and potential of even making references to the child sex trade.
Yep.
In that scene with the fox. Because there's some interesting coded words in that dialogue that kind of, to me, sounds like that's what they're talking about.
Really dark one you get down is freaking Peter Pan, where, oh, I don't like you anymore. You're just suddenly going to disappear. And you better enjoy eating air or else.
I do love that house, and I do plan on going there on a pilgrimage with Anima. We'll probably go stay at a hotel and then kind of travel around to look at all the locations that they shot. Because a lot of times the scenes were shot there externally, but the actual scene taking place was when they go indoors to somewhere else. Like, I do believe that place that they used at the big shopping center with Santa, I think that's up in Canada. Well, it's not regular brown gravy. It's a Szechuan style brown gravy. It tastes like gravy, but it has a little zing to it. And what I do is when I want to have General's chicken, I request the restaurant not to put the sauce on the chicken.
Oh.
On the chicken. I ask them to put it on the side because, like, you got to do something. And so I let them do that. But what I do is I use a wonderful little invention called
pork.
G. Hughes's sugar-free General Tso stir fry. I love this shit. It's good. It's good. It's good. And I opened a bottle last night, and I had some General's chicken last night.
How's the sugar content?
No, it's zero sugar.
Nice.
They use Splenda, and I love his sauces. G. Hughes, man, that guy makes the best sauces in the world, and I highly recommend to anybody who wants to try it. You won't find it in stores most of the time, but I learned I can order this through Walmart, and because I'm on their program, it gets shipped to me for free from their main distribution center. And this stuff is spicy and it's delicious and it's mildly sweet. So anyway, G. Hughes, if you want to get sugar out of your life and you want to eat healthier, these are all really well made, no preservatives in them. The preservative in this is vinegar, which is why it's sitting out after last night, because vinegar retards the growth of organisms.
So you have retarded sauce.
Yeah, it's retarded. You fucking nailed it, baby. Look at that, making people laugh.
Oh, we're being rated.
Sandy Q, hello. And what was it? I wish I could. I'm allergic to citric acid.
Yeah, she said that. She said that the other day. She's allergic to lemons. That's so sad.
That is awful.
Yeah.
Like when I make my home cheesecake, I put a lemon zest in it. It helps with the tartness. The mixture of the real cream cheese and the lemon, it's really tart, and I like that.
It's starting again.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I didn't know it did that.
Oh well.
That was weird.
Speaking of sad allergies, a friend of mine, poor soul, he's allergic to chocolate. That is no way to live.
Just end it. End it.
I couldn't live like that. You can take chocolate away from me, I'll be fine.
Is your friend part dog or something?
Dog or cat. Dog or cat. I loved it when they came out with carob for pet snacks. And it's like chocolate. I tried it. Like I bit into it. It's dry, mind you, but it's very chocolatey. And I was able to give chocolatey treats to my dogs and my cats if they wanted them. Cats aren't attracted to that, though. That's why everything needs to smell like meat to get them to want to eat it. And I love it now that because I've been sneaking baby girl late night snacks. And then I sent a picture of it to Anima. I'm like, look how fat she is now.
She's not fat. She's normal size.
She's plumpy, and I love it. It's so funny. I went to pick her up. I scoop her underneath her belly and lift her, and she slid out of my hand because of the fat on her tummy. And it was like, it made me laugh. I was like, oh my God, she's so fat. But she's not like a little sister. Okay, because like Louie has a little sister who's striped, has orange in her too. So she's part ginger, but she has these stripes on her. And she's a little fucking football. And I think it's because she's so fucking nervous. Like, I've been around her. I've always been nice to her. I pet her. She's still terrified of me. When I'm walking, she bolts, leaves the room. Like, get me the fuck out of here. She just is terrified of me. And you know, some of the other cats get skittish when I'm up and moving because I'm a giant. Okay. It's like, you know, I'm coming for you. And they're like, ah. Let me go see if I can find that baby, because I love that picture I sent of her to you. And just such a cute cat. And she's my little baby. And I fucking love that girl. Let's see. Looks like I got messaged. By the way, Shinatsky, I talked to Tom, had a meeting with him, and I gave him a "What's up" thing, open in Messenger, and we had a video chat, and it was a really good one. And I said, "Look, Shinatsky's busy with his own shit. Okay." I said, I'm not going to be able. He's got a lot of stuff going on right now. And I'm super busy. I said, but I have a finished 21-page script for a proof of concept for the story about Carl Jung. And I told him the basics of it. He loved it. I sent him the last draft I wrote, which was back in February of this year. I did an edit, making it the second draft. And I think I'm going to do another one before January. I wanted to fix a couple of things that, I mean, they're good, but I think what's in my head's better. So I'm going to go in there and make some alterations to it. And so we are going to be talking in January. We're going to have a full-fledged conversation and do a table read of the script. And if it's something that he wants to do, I'm going to want to pull you in on this. But I told him I'm not going to bother you right now because I know you got all this shit going on. You're doing editing right now for your little short film, which I liked. And
Tom's the one doing the editing. I've just been working full time.
Well, I know that you actually have a job. If you guys didn't know it, that he milks kittens.
No. He buries bodies for the mafia.
You've seen Dune one too many times.
He's an assassin.
No.
He assassinates, pernicious fucking bugs and shit, animals.
I kill mammals and mammal-based organisms.
And then milks them. I love that, by the way. And was it Meet the Fockers, or which one was it? The first movie. And he says, "Oh yeah, you can milk anything with nipples." And De Niro goes, "Well, I've got nipples. Can you milk me?" That was
Meet the Parents. I think that was the first.
Yeah, it was Meet the Parents, and then Meet the Fockers was the second film. And I didn't like that one, but I enjoyed the shit out of the first film. I love that Owen Wilson, who is one of Ben Stiller's best friends in real life, is in so many films with him. My favorite odd casting, but it worked, was in the movie Permanent Midnight, where basically he plays the main character. What's his name? Just said his name and I forgot his name already.
Dodo.
The dark-haired comedic actor director I just brought up did all those comedies. He was in
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller, thank you. Ben Stiller plays the main character from the book, which is in real life the guy who was one of the writers on Alf. And the guy was a fucking drug addict. And his life fell apart. He lost his kid. It was just all fucked up. And it's a good movie. And Owen plays, I think, his drug dealer in the film. And they're high and they're up in the skyscraper, running and jumping at the window in the skyscraper, slamming their bodies into the window. See, you can't fall through. It's safety glass. It's like,
I know it wasn't as successful, but I actually kind of like Ben Stiller I'm just comedian Ben Stiller and everything.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever seen Zero Effect?
Love that fucking movie. Now, I got Anima to watch that. I can't remember. Did you even like that film, hon? That's where Bill plays. What is his name? Bill, the actor that plays Zero. Pullman. Yeah, Bill Pullman plays a Sherlock Holmes of today. And he's an introvert, like severe introvert. Who did we just lose? Oh, Martin left. Yeah, he's gone. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, and all he eats is tuna and all he drinks is tap.
Yeah,
I don't remember that. I'm sorry.
And he ends up, for the first time, leaving the house and going out there and getting involved in his case in disguise, or he thinks is in disguise. And it's a really good fucking movie. I love that movie. And Ben Stiller is in it, and he's playing a character who's not playing it over the top. He's the lawyer that works for this genius detective, and all he wants is to be able to quit and leave and go have a fucking life, because he ends up doing everything for this guy. And I love the fucking movie. I really do. I love the love story aspect of it. I love the narration. It's the narration in that film is probably the best part of it. What do you think, Isaac?
Well, Ben Stiller has my favorite line in the movie. Oh yeah, and by the way, why did you kill Clara?
Oh yeah, that's great. He just bluntly drops the question, like, "Why are you a murderer?" Because in the end, you find out the bad guy is the guy that hired him. You know, and it's really well done. And why did he do it? Because he's afraid. He's scared. He's scared of something that's never going to fucking happen. So, and I love the movie. I really do. And the ironic thing is she does what she does in the film to been blackmailing him because she doesn't like him. And what he did, she didn't like what he did. But in the end, because she's a paramedic, she saves him when he has the heart attack, the murderer. I love that. That's great fucking writing in that film. I love that movie. I'm glad you brought that one up. It is my favorite Ben Stiller film. My least favorite, we are going to be doing soon, is that Vietnam War movie inside of a movie, where that almost sounded like the line that RDJ said, where he says, "I'm the dude playing a dude pretending to be another dude."
You don't like Tropic Thunder that much?
What?
Tropic
You don't
Thunder.
like Tropic Thunder?
Tropic Thunder. No, I have problems with it. Dale worked on it, and it's because of him I have the problem with the film.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The whole Stolen Valor thing. The whole Stolen Valor thing in the story, because he was the one that Ben Stiller asked to play that character. Nick Nolte took the role because Dale Dye refused to play a character that did Stolen Valor. He says, "But I'll make sure your movie looks good. But no, I won't play that part." When will we watch Miracle on Bakalakadaka Street? Oh, man. We knew it was coming. We knew it. But I'm not just going to play that. Oh, you're back.
Yeah, for a while now.
I've got 5 terrorists going southeast on Bakalakadaka Street.
And Santa Claus signs to a little girl, Allah Akbar, death to America.
Death to America. For you, Sander, you get this little bonus for Christmas.
Surprise, cockbags!
I want to say we didn't use that line when we would kick in people's doors, but I would also be lying.
Surprise, cockbacks. And by the way, you're here to help me explain something to people because I did CQB. And even though I didn't have to be in the stack because I was the medic, they let me because they knew I was good. And so I was fourth man in the stack, always fourth man, because, you know, that whole backdoor thing. And I would, you know, I love the line, nut to butt. Even though we're technically not really nut to butt, they would go nut to butt, nut to butt. And we're actually with the weapon over the other person's. If you're right-handed, it goes over the person's right shoulder. And you got your weapon up that way, or you drop it all the way down at the ground, but it's always better to have the weapon up. It's quicker to bring it down than it is to lift your weapon. So you had the weapon up, you got your hand on his shoulder.
What she said.
Yeah. What? Hand on the shoulder?
No.
Which part?
Easier to bring it down than up.
Oh, gotcha. So we would flashbang, and when we first started doing flashbangs, they would have you hesitate. But after a few months of that training, one of the things you're also being trained to do is to go in as it flashbangs, as it goes off. And you have to get accustomed to it, which I'm assuming you guys did that too, Pope.
We didn't use flashbangs. We used regular M67s.
Oh.
We just chuck a grenade in the room and then run in and finish off whoever was left.
But did you go in at the same time?
No. In fact, one of our guys did that.
Yours were fragmentation. Okay, yours was fragmentation.
Yeah, we threw a real frag grenade in there. So.
Oh, that's funky. Yeah.
You don't want to be in there with it.
We didn't do that. You fucking Marines, man. You go all out. No, we would throw the flashbang in, and my was always one position was up to the left. I was always going to that corner in the room. And you get used to the flashbangs. I mean, you don't have your eyes open. You close them momentarily when you go in. Right when you know the flashbang is going to go off, you tip down with your eyes closed and then back up. And you get used to, with your hearing protection on or in, you would go into the room and you would take the initial blast. And you get used to it. And but yeah, you can't do that with real frags.
Yeah, no, you tend not to be develop an immunity to shrapnel.
Yeah, that was a good one, guys. Good clearing. Does anybody need any fucking piece of metal removed from your body? Go over here with Tom. Quickest way to have it removed is have one of those big scanners.
Yeah, the MRI machine.
Yeah, you just face it wherever the wounds are, face them towards it, and then turn it on and go flying out.
You know, you see, you joke about that. I know a bunch of guys who have to have like one of those cards when they go through the airport because their shoulder's like full of grenade frag.
Oh yeah, I know one. I've done some work with him. Little Don Ecker, might have heard of him.
Yep.
And Don Ecker has shrapnel in his body and part of a bullet.
So they have to have a card on them in their wallet. So
at all times when they're going to travel. Yes.
When the scanner goes off, they just hand it to them like, yeah, I know it's supposed to be there.
Hello, I've been shot many times. It's like,
right.
Yeah. Really? You've been wounded? Why were you shot? Oh, I killed a lot of people asking stupid questions.
No. Don's answer would be because I forgot to get my ass down when I ducked for cover.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said to him one day. When he got shot, I said, when you were shot, was it because you stood up when somebody said, shut up? That old joke.
There was a guy I read probably during Vietnam. The guy had like 7 Purple Hearts. It's like, wow, you're just a slow learner, aren't you?
Damn. 7.
Once is bad luck. 7 times you just don't learn your lesson.
Well, I told you, I'm not stupid. I knew what I was doing, but my sergeant thought I was an idiot because I threw the grenade and I knew that the range for that grenade's the fragmentation was not dangerous to me. And I went up with just this much over the wall to look. I wanted to see it explode. I'm sorry. I wanted to see it explode. And he looked up and he goes, fuck! He grabbed me and pulled me down. I'm like, I wasn't going to get hurt.
No, I told you about my grenade prank, right?
No.
Okay, so we used to prank each other all the time, especially as a way of like kind of letting the NCOs know they're being a dick. And so we just start pranking them. And then eventually they'd be like, all right, fair enough. And my sergeant had been getting on my nerves. So I knew the guy who was running the ammo supply point for grenade range. So I'm like, okay, cool. To get me a blue body, like a practice grenade, but we're going to paint it up like a real frag. So I painted it up and I, have it the night before. And then when I get up there, he gives me that one and I make sure that it has the hole in the bottom. So I'm sitting there with it in my hands, making sure he doesn't go to look at it. And it's like, all right, cool. Pin out, prepare to throw. And I chucked it at the front of the bunker as hard as I could. So he grabs me by the armor. We both dive out of there, and then you just hear pop.
Because all it had it was the detonator.
Yeah, he's just looking at me like, you're an asshole. I'm like, yeah, but it was fun.
I thought you knew that. It says USMC on here.
Right.
Guys, I need to go. I have a family thing tomorrow.
Okay, let's get out of here, guys. Let me go up here into the start comments real quick. Slasher Fred, 9 years before making this movie, Bob Clark had directed. Oh, I already know this, dude. Black Christmas, and then he did Porky's. And he used the money he made off that to push this one. And he pushed so hard, they didn't want to do it. But Porky's was such a success, he agreed to do the sequel. But he wanted to make this movie, so they threw some money at him. That's all we're giving you. Make your movie with that. I think it was $4 million, some shit like that. Ridiculous. Let's see. The subject of adult narrating his childhood life became the inspiration for one of the most talked about and iconic 80s TV shows, The Wonder Years. Very true. And I like that show. Look at me, everybody. Christian Delorme. He's like Stewart from the Mad TV skits. Look what I can do. Look what I can do. Let's see. Oh, and that's of course from him too. So we got that one. Drop that one. And then speaking of next week with the Christmas season, I'm going to watch From All of Us to All of You on Wednesday. Outstanding, Gambit. 1958 perennial Walt Disney produced featuring Mickey Mouse and his friends. And this is what he was talking about just a little bit ago. And it also has Jiminy Cricket, Pluto, Chip and Dale. I remember this, dude. I wasn't born in the 50s, but I watched the Disney show on Sundays. And they would show that shit. If anyone remembers, Mickey Mouse plays the piano at the beginning and Jiminy goes around, then back and forth and sings the opening theme. And then I wanted to thank Sandy for showing up today. Thank you for being here, Sandy. Hope you had some fun. Don't forget, if you did have fun, go ahead and subscribe. We'd appreciate it. We'd love to see you. Stasis Geek. All right. So that's it. And we're going to go ahead and get out of here. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank the guys on the panel. I'm so glad you came, Pope. Good to see you. Always glad to see you, Shinatsky. And then, of course, us regulars, Anima Confusa and Martin. And let's see. We got Snorty, Gambit, Sally Forth, Penny. And she doesn't even like this movie. She still hung out with us. Love that. Thank you, Sally. Of course, our favorite person in the whole wide world, Penny, who is struggling in a bar with a bunch of football fans. Penny, after Penny, loved the lovely Sherry, which should have a theme to it, like saxophone. Slasher Fred, Deleted Scenes, Vickman's Girl, Soul Assassin, Christian Delorme. Let's see, CJ was here. Jacob the Critic, my buddy from right here in Missouri. I know him personally. Branson Wright Wolf, or Bronson Wright Wolf. That's new too. So I hope you had fun. And please, if you did, feel free to subscribe. We'd like to see you. We like getting to know people. We like our chat. And Jim Watari, Tree Rock Creations, my buddy from X, Sandy Q, and of course, Sander Hammerslag. So thanks, guys, for being here. We deeply appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you again. We will see you on Monday. And what are we doing on Monday? I forgot, Martin.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
1941.
What? No, Jokes Noel.
Oh,
Joyeux
Joyeux Noel.
Yeah,
I
Joyous
keep mixing
Noel,
up the weeks.
which is the true story of when enemies had a ceasefire to celebrate Christmas together during World War I.
We're having difficulties with the slideshow, so it may change.
We'll see. If we can't do that film, we'll switch over and we'll do 1941, which is also a great holiday film for Christmas. So Fat Man will be watching with you guys on Tuesday. We will have a live watch along, and I'm gonna enjoy that. I fucking love that movie. So we're gonna do that. So then we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna do some more Christmas films this coming week. We won't be doing a show on Christmas Day, but we will have a show on Christmas Eve, which is Wednesday. So look forward to seeing you guys then. And after that, we're gonna get the hell out of here. So bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Arrivederci, America.
Y'all come back now, you hear?